don't know where my fan is. It doesn't matter. I don't care enough. I have a cup mug. That's what I'm going to provide to this. Hello, Kiona Queens, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real in the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay, I have been drinking on some green tea with honey because my throat is all over the place. And I could have been drinking it out of a cup mug. And I probably will get another one here very shortly. And Lana, where could you get such, not this cup mug, but some other ones?
You can get the new and improved cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Australia, down under, New Zealand, I'm looking at you. Get your cup merch, period. And by the way, if you didn't know, I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. And I just got some water here, just sipping, doing what I do. Purr.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, and I don't have a cute drag queen shirt. I'm just wearing a normal shirt because I'm traveling, and I'm with Lana. She's right there.
Yeah,
she's right there. But I'm just hanging out, not drinking anything. But excited to talk to Olivia.
Hey, I was going to say, it is a cute shirt because you both look great. And I know y'all have places to be. So we're going to wrap this one up. We're so excited to be bringing you all some interviews for Drag Race Down Under Season 4. And starting where we should be starting with our beautiful current reigning Porkchop Queen of Down Under, Olivia Dreams. So we cannot wait to talk to her. We're going to dive into that. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. So without further ado, Olivia Dreams. Well, I don't think anyone's going to be sleeping on her anymore. It is our reigning Porkchop Queen of Drag Race Down Under, Olivia Dreams. Oh, Olivia. We're so happy to have you on. How are you doing, darling?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me on here. It's such a full circle moment from being a viewer to being the viewee, I guess. Or I don't know. English is too hard.
English is definitely hard.
I know the feeling. Well, we're so happy to have you on. Obviously, not on the season as long as we would have liked to see you and as long as you would have liked to be. But you did... you were the first queen to represent Wellington on Drag Race Down Under. How was that for you when you got the call, realizing that, there is going to be a first for you regardless of how you did on the show? How was that for you?
It was such a surreal experience, honestly. Like, even to this day, I still have to pinch myself and be like, this doesn't feel real. But yeah, like when I got the call, I just remember bursting into tears because I was just so happy. I literally did not think I was actually going to even get the call back. So it was a first in many ways, but being able to represent Wellington as the first queen, it's just been such a magical experience.
Gorge.
So I want to know, Miss Olivia Dreams, how did you come up with the name Olivia Dreams? Because it's interesting.
Honestly, this sounds really cliche and it sounds fake, but I had a name previous to Olivia Dreams that I dare not speak of.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, that name doesn't really sound like, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I was, the name, honestly, to keep it short, the name came to me in a dream. I don't know what, but I was, I had a dream and I heard the name Olivia, and then Olivia Dreams came out of it, and then the whole play on, because Olivia Dreams is the play on I'm Living Your Dreams.
Yeah.
So that's where it all sort of came from, and it just stuck, and it felt right. So I was like, no, that's my name from here on out.
Gorgeous.
That makes perfect sense. And I love that the fact that it came to you in a dream.
I know, like when I tell people, they're like, no, that sounds fake. And I'm like, no, it was real. Like, I know it sounds
I
fake.
promise you, it sounds fake. No, but it's like the real thing, though.
It's so real. I love that for you. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that stood out to me the most in the Meet the Queens is you talked about how there weren't really a lot of productions going on in Wellington. And so you took the initiative to start your own productions. And I want to know, what is an Olivia Dreams production like if I came to one of your shows in Wellington?
Well, that's a really good question because I think I'm very varied in what I produce. When I started drag, there were some producers. I'm not going to say, like there wasn't any, but there were some. But yeah, when I started producing, I wanted to capture the full range of what Wellington had to offer. So I usually my main shows are for newer performers or performers who don't have much experience on the stage. So I literally last night just had a show called Formation, which is about for new drag performers, first time hitting the stage.
I saw that on your Instagram.
I saw that, yep.
Mother hen role to support these newer performers coming into the scene, because I know what it's like to come into a scene and be absolutely shit scared because you're like, well, what am I doing? Oh my god. So my shows range from that, uplifting to supporting our newer performers. I do competition style shows. So
Wonderful.
Last fortnight crowned the first ever Rising Star of Wellington. But then we also do, like drag dance parties. We do themed nights like neon nights, artist nights. At the start
Wonderful.
of this year, I did a Lana Del Rey show because I'm a massive Lana Del Rey fan. So you do get a very varied performances and a varied taste of all of my shows because I try to cater for everyone essentially.
I love. Quickly, we'll ask favorite Lana Del Rey song because I'm also a big fan.
Oh my god! At the moment, it has to be Thunder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
yep.
OG classic, Born to Die. Born to Die.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mine is Cola. It always will be. It's never gonna change. I love it. So you walk in, you're there, and we find out that it's Michelle Visage hosting. Talk to me about how you felt about Michelle being the host. What did you think of her in the role? Because we've been talking about just this warmth and this like vibrant energy that she's brought to this season of Drag Race Down Under. Did you feel that while you were there?
100%. Honestly, love Rue and everything, but having Michelle there, I think, was the best decision that they've ever made. Like, she just understands us. She understands Down Under.
Yeah.
She does exude this warmth and this motherly energy, and you can't help but feel like safe when you're in her presence. She doesn't even have to speak. Like, she just being in the same room as her, you instantly feel more confident. You feel honestly, words. It's just there's not enough words to describe how great it was to have Michelle there, because she just took everything to the next level and put her own unique flair and style into it. So even though we didn't get to be Rue girls in the end, we still got to be Mitch's bitches. We're the first Mitch's bitches ever, and it was just so great to have her there, almost mentoring or guiding us through this experience.
Love that.
I love that. So, okay, after seeing Michelle and having that warmth and all of that, when you walk in the room and you see everybody there, your whole cast, who are you like, okay, this is my biggest competition right here. This girl right here is going to be a problem for me. I need to know which girl stood out and was like, yes, this is going to be a problem for me.
So, full disclosure, I actually didn't know many of the queens other than this next one, who I thought, well, this is going to be my biggest competition. And it was Max Drag Queen. I walked in and I clocked her out of the corner of my eye in her, blonde wig, blue outfit, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go home now. Like, I don't want to do this. And I said to my partner before I left, because there were whispers that Max was going to be on the season. I said to him, I said, if she's on, I'm just going home. I'm literally just turning around and going home because she is just such a well-known performer. She is probably one of Australia's best performers. So having her in that room, I was like, oh god, like she's gonna bring it.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. So I'm sure you went into the season with a lot of expectations about how everything would go. What was the biggest surprise to you during the process of filming the show?
Ooh. I tried to go into the whole season with no expectations because I was like, if you have got no expectations, everything's going to be a great experience, right? I think the thing that took me by surprise the most was the actual, like, without going into too much detail, seeing the inner workings of how it all fits together and like what is involved in producing a season of Drag Race. There are so many like little bits and pieces that people don't see or don't understand. So having that experience, yeah, definitely was like, oh my god, now I have a better understanding and appreciation for Drag Race because I've only ever been a viewer, so and you only get to see half the story when you're viewing. So having all that, I guess, inside of information was probably the biggest surprise for me. Is just how they structure the season and how it all works.
I love that. That. Now, you talked a lot about your identity, and I want to know how important it was for you to represent Indigenous peoples, the people of Aotearoa. Like, how important was that for you on your journey, and what kind of little additions did you add to your Drag Race package to make sure that you were representing your people?
I been pretty open about how growing up I didn't really have any. I was the only queer in the village, a town of 5,000, only queer in the village. Didn't have any people like me on the TV or magazines or saying young queer Indigenous. So I really wanted to stamp that in my time at Drag Race. I don't think I did as much as I probably could have done due to timing constraints and whatnot, but like I just wanted to bring my authentic self to Drag Race to show people out there that like you can come from nothing, and if you work hard, if you persevere, if you back yourself, you can achieve greatness. Like I would have never have guessed growing up where I did that I'd be C-list celebrity or on TV and a worldwide icon. But now here I am, and I wanted to let people know that you can achieve greatness from nothing.
So absolutely you can. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing that can stop anybody from doing whatever they want to do. So I definitely need to know because like you said, your time on the show was a little short, unfortunately. But what was it? What competition or challenge were you looking forward to doing the most on Drag Race?
This is actually funny because the challenge that I wanted to do the most was the girl group challenge, and I got sent home on the girl group challenge. So
well, Julie.
it was sort of like this sucks. Like being sent home on a challenge that I really wanted, like really was excited for. That was an Olivia Newton-John inspired challenge. I was like, this is ironic. But apart from the girl group challenge, I think the other challenge that I would have really looked forward to was actually the acting/improv challenge. Like I've been told that I'm naturally funny without trying. People are always like, "Oh, Olivia, your off the cuff comments sometimes are just absolutely hilarious." So I would really love to. I would really love to audition for Too Much and try to get a role in Platypussies on Fire, but unfortunately, the world couldn't handle me at the moment, so I had to have an early departure. But yeah, like those are the two challenges that I was looking forward the most to.
Well, speaking of challenges and improv, I know a big monument in a Drag Race career is making it to Snatch Game. So we're really curious, what was your potential plan or backup plan for Snatch Game that we missed out on?
So I had two options prepared. I had my first option was Anna Delvey, and I was going to take the really risk of reinventing Anna, but every time the camera turned to me, Anna would be a different person. One time she'd be like an Irish nun, and then next a Russian super spy. And then the first option was Anna Delvey, but reinventing Anna every question.
Oh, I love it.
And then my second option which was my sort of backup option, was actually going to be Lana Del Rey, and sort of just lean into her kooky / really weird, because she's really weird essentially, and she's not really well understood by the majority of the public. So just playing into that sort of aspect of Lana Del Rey.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have been Mrs. Claus?
Well, I mean, now that I think about it, I did have a Mrs. Claus outfit packed. So, you know, I could have had that on backup. We could have had like a Mrs. Claus, a Ms. Claus, a Miss Claus, a Mr. Claus, like
a Mistress Claus,
a Mistress Claus, a mixed Claus, like
exactly.
Yeah. We could have just had the whole workshop there.
I mean, what? Sorry, it took me too long to unmute myself. That was weird. I do want to know though, out of all the episodes that we've seen, I want to know which one is your favorite look that you didn't get to show yet. That we've seen it on the Instagrams, the 2 looks that you put out, but which one of those are your favorite looks? By the way, they both are stunning, so I would have loved to see either one of them on the runway, because my God, they're stunning. But which one is your favorite?
I think my favorite runway that I didn't get to show was definitely my Liquid Dreams. Like, I think it's just the most beautiful that I've ever felt, and it's such a gorgeous outfit. Like, even the photos don't do it justice. I think actually seeing it in person, you get to really appreciate the fine details that went into the outfit. So I'm really, really bummed that I didn't get to show that one, because that was, out of most of my package, I think that was probably my second or third favorite.
Yeah, I love that runway personally, so I figured that might be your answer. But my next question, I'm very curious what the reception has been like since your time on Drag Race, both across New Zealand and Australia and in your community in Wellington.
It's been really, really great. Like, I've had people, I've been recognized on the street, which is amazing. I'm like, oh my God. They're like, oh my God, that's Olivia Dreams from Drag Race Down Under. And I'm like, who, me? Yes, me. So I do feel like a celebrity in Wellington. But it's been so amazing receiving so many messages from queens, or people, just in general. Like, I've had so many messages from people from like Colombia and Puerto Rico and America and like Europe and stuff, being like, oh my God, Olivia, like, just watched the episode, loved you on the show, like, you've got so much energy, you're so kind, you're so caring. So it's really been really nice to receive those messages from, you know, people, but also like other queens as well. I had, you know, like, I'm pretty sure it was Lawrence Chaney messaged me after I got eliminated, being like, oh, I'm so sad to see you go home, like, so soon. But a few other like UK, US queens, like Angeria's probably been the biggest supporter of Drag Race Down Under, and it's just so great to see somebody with such a platform supporting us little guys down here in Australasia. But even my local community, like, I hate to say it, but I'm being deified as a god now. Because all of these up and coming drag artists are like, oh my God, you know, like, you were on Drag Race, you did it, you did Drag Race. And I'm still on the stage where I'm like, well, no, I'm still a local girl. I'm still like one of you. Like, you know, yeah, I did that, but don't treat me any differently just because I've been on the show. Like, I'm still just Olivia Dreams. So it's been amazing, really. It's been amazing.
Yeah, we love a down-to-earth queen who can stay humble throughout their journey. So that sounds awesome. And I'm glad that you're getting that recognition from your community. You deserve it.
Because Angeria is as big of a fan of Drag Race internationally as we all are, honestly. Like, all of us. It's like, she is watching how is she a reigning queen and watching everything and touring and doing all of her stuff? Like,
I suppose when you're traveling all the time, you've got plenty of time to kill at the airport or on your plane. So, you know, let's just check on this episode.
Yeah,
We're still waiting for Bob. We're still waiting for Bob. The drag queen to watch Down Under.
Bob, watch Down Under. This season is good.
You promised us. Bob.
That video of all of you coming together, the PSA of it all, just like, Bob, we really for 13 cents a day. Like it felt like that in the best way.
Literally.
Bob, come on, Bob. Get it together.
Yeah.
Look, we will at Bob too. Look, we're gonna at Bob. I'm gonna at Bob on this one. Like Bob.
Bob will love it. You know, like that video was the brainchild of the creative force that is Lazy Susan. She is just absolutely, I mean, you've seen it on the runway, you've seen it on the show. She is mental in the kindest way possible. But yeah, I think Bob got really annoyed when we were atting him with that initial video because there were just hundreds upon thousands of Bob, come on. But yeah, Bob, please watch episode 1. I promise it's good. There's no BMX bikes. So, you know, we're trying to do better. For 13 cents a day, Bob.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so if there was any up-and-coming queens in Wellington come to you and say, Olivia, what do I need to do if I'm going to apply for Drag Race Season 5? What advice would you give that up-and-coming queen?
Oh, my advice would be to just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to be something that you think the camera wants. Just be yourself, because that's what I did, and I got on the show. I was just very down to earth and said, you know, this is who I am. In my video, I said, you know, I'm not perfect at drag. I know I'm not perfect at drag. I'm not the best at drag, but like, I know who I am. So don't try to make yourself to be this thing that you think people want. Just be who you are, and when it's the right time, it will happen.
Absolutely. I do hope it opens the doors for so many other queens from Wellington and from other small communities to get that opportunity on Drag Race too, because the small communities have great drag, just like the bigger cities and the Sydneys. And, you know, I doubt there's any gatekeeping really happening in Wellington, unlike certain other cities. Maybe, who knows? But
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like, I guess there might be not be gatekeeping, but I'm thinking if anyone's going to be gatekeeping, it would be me. So
I was going to say, are you the drama, Olivia?
Am I the drama?
Oh.
No. What I love about Wellington Drag is everybody's just so creative and so, like, so much passion there, so much passion and so much drive, and it's just so heartwarming to see. And it's all unique drag. It's not cookie cutter drag, which is what I hate. I hate cookie cutter drag.
Yeah, definitely. I want to close out with a couple of quick questions for you. Just some rapid fire, quick answers from you. So I want to know your best tea. Out of your cast, who are you closest with?
Oh, I would say that I'm probably closest with Max Drag Queen.
I love.
Yeah, we bonded a lot during the short time that I was there. Mm-hmm. And in my exit message, there was a little hashtag winners edit thing. That was the inside joke between me and her. So
I love.
That's why the camera panned to her afterwards, because it was like an inside joke between the two of us. So Max, yeah, definitely Max Drag Queen.
Gorge. We want to know your full cup. Other than the looks that you presented on the show, who's had your favorite runway look, either from both of your episodes or any throughout the season so far?
Lazy Susan, by far. I think Lazy's sheer genius runway just absolutely blew everyone else out of the water. And that's no shade to anyone else, but like when she put that on, we were just like, well, we're fucked.
Yeah. Let's have some tea time with you, Olivia. Who did you want to spend more time getting to know during filming?
I would have really loved to spend more time with Freya and Mandy, both Brisbane queens. The way that we were seated, they were all the way down the other end of the room most of the time, so I didn't actually get to have a good kiki with them. So I'd really, really love to get to know them a little bit more.
All right, spill the tea, Olivia. Give us 3 of your favorite Drag Race queens from around the world.
Oh, from around the world. Oh my God, that is one. It is a local sister, not a local sister, but Rita Menu. I really actually love Rita Menu. Like, me and her are so close. So Rita Menu, Angeria. Love Angeria. Just so much love for her. Well-deserved winner. And probably my last one. Oh my god. Who do I choose?
There's
Many
so
good
many.
ones. Oh my god. I think my last one. Oh, Roxy Andrews. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, just absolutely stunning.
And Rita's actually going to be on our recap this weekend for Down Under. So, yeah.
Say hi for me.
I absolutely will. We want to know about your cup family. Shout out as many people as you can that have helped you with your drag journey.
Oh, Selena Simone, Robin You're Blind, California, my drag mom, Homoneurotic, Herial, Just Beth, Bunny Holiday, Willie Smackintosh, like, the list can go on and on. There's just so many people in Wellington who have helped me get to where I am.
Gorge. And we want to know, out of your cast, your queen of positivity, who would you say is the most uplifting and positive member of your cast? It's like our Miss Congeniality that we're doing.
Miss Vibe. Definitely Miss Vibe. She controlled the energy in the room. Like, so last episode, seeing her so down, I know it would have been hard for everybody because she was the like emotional rock everybody attached themselves to because she was just so positive. So love Miss Vibe.
Perfect. And we love...
I have a bonus question too.
Okay.
I know I'm going off script, but on the other side, I'm very curious. Did you have any reads that you were excited to give out during a reading challenge?
Yes, there was one. And like, I keep thinking it's funny, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think it's funny. But it would have either gone to, technically I had two. One was going to go to Nikita, and it would be, Nikita, you remind me of a mobile phone update. I look at you and I think, not now. And then the next one would have been probably for Vibe because she's flipping loud, but it was like, Vibe's actually the new soundtrack for the National Emergency Management System. Like, whenever she speaks, I have to check my phone just in case there's been an earthquake. I don't know what it's like in America, but our like texting emergency management system, it makes like a screeching sound. And so those were my sort of two reads that I really would have loved to say.
I love that. Well, we love you, Olivia. Thank you so much for taking time to join us today. Let us know where we can find you on social media. What should we be looking out for you in the coming future? Plug all of your things, all of them.
Yeah, okay. You can find me on @Olivia Dreams NZ across all social media platforms. So that's Instagram, X, Blue Sky, Pornhub, you can watch out for me. I do local shows here in Wellington all the time. I do a national touring show that we will be arranging over the next few months for next year across New Zealand. Watch out for the official Drag Race Down Under Season 4 tour in Australia in March next year. Grab your tickets because they are flying out the door. And that's 10 queens. 10 queens. There's 10 of us. All 10 of us are going on tour. But best place to keep up with me is on Instagram @Olivia Dreams NZ.
Gorgeous. You're an absolute angel, and I hope we get to see all of the success, all of the wonderful, wonderful success for you in your career, Olivia. You're an angel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.